In the underwater kingdom of Atlantica, a young mermaid named Aria lived with her father, King Triton, and her 5 older sisters. Aria was fascinated by the world above the waves. She spent most of her days exploring the ocean floor, collecting seashells and shiny pearls, and gazing longingly at the humans who sailed by. Aria's best friend was a fish named Finley. Finley was quick-witted and loved to tell jokes. He often made Aria laugh, but he couldn't understand why she was so obsessed with humans. "They're just people, Aria," Finley would say. "We've got everything we need right here in the ocean." One day, Aria's curiosity got the best of her. She swam closer to the surface than she had ever been before. As she broke through the waves, she saw a handsome young man standing on the deck of a ship. He was singing a beautiful song and Aria was captivated. She learned that his name was Prince Eric, and she couldn't stop thinking about him. Aria decided to visit the sea witch, Ursula, who lived in a dark, damp cave on the outskirts of the kingdom. Ursula was known for her magical powers, and Aria hoped she could help her become human. Ursula listened to Aria's plea and proposed a deal. Aria's beautiful voice would be traded for a pair of legs. Aria agreed, not realizing the consequences of her decision. As the sun rose the next morning, Aria felt a strange sensation in her tail. It began to transform into legs, and she felt a surge of excitement mixed with fear. She stumbled and fell onto the sandy beach, where Prince Eric found her. He was taken aback by her beauty and kindness, and Aria felt an instant connection to him. Prince Eric took Aria to his castle, where she was introduced to his trusty companion. A dog named Max. Max was loyal and protective of Prince Eric, but he wasn't sure about this new, strange creature. Aria struggled to adjust to life on land, but Prince Eric was patient and kind. As the days passed, Aria and Prince Eric grew closer. They would take long walks on the beach, explore the nearby forest, and talk for hours about their dreams and aspirations. Aria was falling deeply in love with Prince Eric, but she knew she couldn't tell him. She had lost her voice in the deal with Ursula. Ursula, meanwhile, had her own plans. She had been searching for a way to overthrow King Triton and rule the ocean herself. She used Aria's voice to seduce Prince Eric, hoping to marry him and gain control over the sea. Aria knew she had to stop Ursula, but she didn't know how. Finley, Aria's fish friend, had been searching for her everywhere. When he finally found her on land, he was shocked to see her in her new form. Finley knew he had to help Aria, but he didn't know how to communicate with humans. He came up with a plan to gather some of the ocean creatures and help Aria from afar. As the days turned into weeks, Aria and Prince Eric's bond grew stronger. They would sit together on the beach, watching the sunset, and Aria would write notes to communicate with him. Prince Eric was enchanted by her kindness and intelligence, but he still didn't know her true identity. Ursula's plan was working, and Prince Eric was falling under her spell. Aria knew she had to act fast. With the help of Finley and the ocean creatures, she came up with a plan to stop Ursula and break the spell. They would need to gather some magical objects and perform a ritual to reverse the spell. The night of the full moon, Aria and Prince Eric were invited to a grand ball in the castle. Ursula, disguised as a beautiful woman, would use Aria's voice to seduce Prince Eric. Aria knew this was her chance to stop Ursula. She snuck into the ball, determined to expose Ursula's true identity. As the clock struck midnight, Aria confronted Ursula, the sea witch revealed her true form, and Aria used all her strength to fight her. Finley and the ocean creatures helped Aria, and together they managed to defeat Ursula. The spell was broken, and Aria's voice was returned to her. Prince Eric realized his mistake and turned to Aria, finally seeing her for who she truly was. Aria, with her voice restored, told Prince Eric how she felt. They shared a passionate kiss under the stars, and their love was sealed. King Triton, seeing how much Aria loved Prince Eric, decided to allow her to stay on land with the man she loved. Aria and Prince Eric got married in a beautiful ceremony on the beach, surrounded by their friends and family from both the ocean and the land. Finley was the best man, and Max was the ring bearer. Aria and Prince Eric lived happily ever after, ruling the kingdom with kindness and wisdom. Years went by, and Aria and Prince Eric had children of their own. They would tell their kids stories about the magical ocean and the adventures Aria had when she was a little mermaid. Finley would visit them often, bringing jokes and laughter to the family. As the years passed, Aria's kingdom flourished under her and Prince Eric's rule. They were known for their kindness, wisdom, and love for the ocean. Aria would often take her children on trips to the underwater kingdom of Atlantica, where they would play with the merpeople and explore the wonders of the sea. Finley, now an old fish, would swim alongside Aria's children, telling them stories of his adventures with their mother. Max, the loyal dog, had passed on his wisdom to the next generation of dogs in the kingdom, and they would often visit Aria's family, bringing gifts and tales of their own adventures. One day, a young mermaid named Luna approached Aria, seeking advice on how to navigate the complexities of love and identity. Aria, remembering her own struggles, took Luna under her wing and shared her story. Luna was inspired by Aria's bravery and determination, and she decided to follow in her footsteps, exploring the world above the waves and discovering her own passions. As Luna's story unfolded, Aria realized that her own journey was far from over. She continued to explore the ocean, discovering new wonders and marvels, and sharing her knowledge with the world. Prince Eric, by her side, supported her every step of the way, and together they built a legacy that would last for generations. The kingdom prospered, and Aria's love story became a legend, inspiring countless others to follow their hearts and pursue their dreams. And Aria, the little mermaid who had once longed for the world above the waves, knew that she had found her true home, both in the ocean and on land, with the man she loved. Years went by, and the legend of Aria and Prince Eric continued to grow. People would tell stories of the little mermaid who became a queen, and the king who loved her for who she truly was. The story would be passed down from generation to generation, inspiring others to be brave, to follow their hearts, and to never give up on their dreams. As the sun set on another day in the kingdom, Aria would look out at the ocean, feeling grateful for the journey that had brought her to where she was today. She knew that she would always be a little mermaid at heart, and that the ocean would always be a part of her. And with Prince Eric by her side, she knew that she could face anything that came her way. The story of Aria and Prince Eric would continue to unfold, a never-ending tale of love, bravery, and the power of following one's dreams. And as the years went by, the legend would grow, inspiring others to believe in the magic of true love and the wonders of the ocean.